Hello and welcome to T Money Talks. In this week's episode, T Money is going to close off this season by talking about what's to come for the future of T Money Talks. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Hello, and welcome to the season finale of T Money Talks. Yes, folks, season 3 of T Money Talks is finally coming to an end. This season has been something, hasn't it? I feel like this season has had a lot of ups and, I don't know if it had too many downs, actually. I feel like out of the past 2 seasons, season 3 did have much more improvement in quality and in content compared to season 1 and season 2. I will say that much. I did enjoy having some pre-recorded episodes. I enjoyed having themed episodes, I should say. I enjoyed staying on top of my list of podcast episodes. And although I didn't get to go through every single episode on that podcast list, it's okay because I will try to get that in for season 4 of T Money Talks, because I don't know if I want to bring T Money Talks back in September or August like it has been, because if I do August, I get 5 months of a break. September gives me a solid 6 months, which is a lot nicer than 5, but we shall see, because T Money Talks has always coming back in August, but who knows? Maybe September will be the season to come back for season 4, because I do plan to do a lot more pre-recorded episodes for season 4. I know during my break, I know for the month of March, I am not at all going to record a T Money Talks episode unless I have insomnia or I am out in the woods or something. Those are the only times I'm going to record a podcast episode in March. But unless that happens, March, I am podcast free. After tomorrow, when I edit and upload this and prepare it for the final day of release, I am going to be donezo with the podcast, and it's going to be such a relief. I will finally be able to focus solely again on my music. I won't have to worry about, Mondays, gotta record that T Money Talks episode. Tuesdays, gotta edit that T Money Talks episode, then I get those 2 days back, which is a whole lot nicer, because that's just relief off my shoulders, less things I gotta do. And thanks to my planner, I get to now keep track of everything that I'm doing. But yeah, I get my Mondays and my Tuesdays back. Mondays I mostly hang out with my girlfriend, so it's not like I really get much work done on Mondays, although sometimes I do. I try to squeeze in some work, It's a little bit of work and fun, I get a little bit of both on Mondays, and then Tuesdays I of course get back into the grind. But now I don't have to have Tuesdays just be my podcast days. Now Tuesdays I could record, I could write, I could practice my instruments, I could focus more on my EP that I'm going to release, because I have decided I've decided I'm going to definitely do the waterfall release. However, I don't know if I want to release 3 or 4 singles from the EP. And only because I know I've gotten a lot of comments on TikTok saying that the waterfall effect is the way to go, except a lot of musician friends anyways are suggesting to release only 1 to 2 singles from the EP and then just releasing the entire thing. Whereas music marketers, those people are saying to waterfall the entire EP, to release every single song as a single and then release it as an EP as a whole once you do that. And I kind of like that idea more, but I know if I go that route, it's going to add a little bit more work. But But because T Money Talks is finally coming to an end, I will now have that extra day to put in, actually those extra 2 days to put in that work, because then on Mondays when my girlfriend and I hang out, her and I could workshop some of the cover ideas I have for this EP, because if I waterfall effect this, unfortunately that means I now have to create 2 to 4 new cover arts for these singles in order to release them, eventually releasing them as an EP. So I now have to figure out how to make new cover arts for each individual, capture like the theme of each song, create that as a cover for that single, but also still tying it in and relating it to the main cover of the EP itself. So it's going to be very tricky because the cover of the EP is very green, it's very earthy, and a few of the songs aren't so green and earthy, they're kind of more like spacey in a sense, but it's still you still have that nature atmosphere. So it's gonna be some work, I know for sure, but I'm definitely willing to put that work in, because I know if I waterfall release this EP, that's a much better strategy for me for the year, because I don't plan on releasing any other music outside of that EP, which sucks, I know, but I just didn't have the time to record and release a few singles before I started working on the EP. So that's okay, because 2024, I'm going to hit the world with a bunch of singles that year. I have I have one for sure I will start recording on after probably starting in March. In March and forward, I'll start working on songs to release in 2024. But I know for sure I have one. I have another song I'm working on, and we'll actually have 2 songs in the works. And after those 2 songs are finished, then that's 3 songs that will be released as singles for 2024. And then I also I either may spend 2024 just releasing singles or also releasing another EP, but we shall see how well the first EP does, because I also want to focus on playing shows as well, because I know playing shows will also help build the audience for Now or Never. So I think I don't want to spend too much time focused on another EP, because this EP that I'm releasing this year has been many, many years in the making, mostly because I've done all the instruments for it. I kind of mix and mastered it only for the demos, but when I eventually got the money, and thanks to TikTok, I did reach out to a mutual to mix and master it, and he did. And although I feel like the EP could have been so much better, I just wish the EP could have been better. Things didn't really turn out the way I had hoped for the EP, and it sucks, but I don't hate the EP. I definitely don't hate it. It's just, I know there are things where it's like, I wish this could have been improved, but I don't have the funds to do it. So that sucks, but it will be like the first official EP, like the first professional EP that Now or Never will be releasing, because all the other EPs and stuff I have on all streaming services from the old discography, it's stuff I've quote unquote mixed and mastered. And really, if I'm just the way I look back at it now, it's really just me mixing. I never really mastered anything, but nonetheless, yeah, this EP I'm releasing is going to be definitely on a higher level compared to my earlier stuff, but compared to the stuff I released in 2022, I feel like it's not really at those levels. Those singles were just fire. Gavin Glover just popped off on those ones. And this EP, I feel like I kind of wish I released the EP first and then all the singles that I did with Gavin this year. This way the people could have been like, whoa, that is yes. But also, it's fine, because this EP is also just a little stepping stone to get people more into Now or Never's music, to get better broaden my audience, find more people who who like enjoy my music, who want to follow me on social medias and really just want to support me as a musician and, and watch me grow and all that stuff. So this EP, although I do know it could have been better if I would have had Gavin mix and master it, it's okay because it's still really good. It's still not exactly what I wanted, but it's really, really good, and I'm very excited to have it out there. But yes, you're hearing it first here, folks, on T Money Talks. In the summertime, I will probably start Waterfall releasing this EP because it is only a 5-song EP, and I will either release 3 or 4 out of the 5 songs, and I feel like that's, if I did do that, it's just going to be month like back-to-back months until the full thing is released. So if I do 4 songs, I'm going to have to start sooner. So I have to decide, I feel like by March. Yeah, I have to decide by the end of March whether I want to release 3 or 4 singles for the Waterfall release for my EP. Dang, I got many things to ponder about. But yeah, that's the shebang. That's the plans for now or never. But while all of that is occurring and all of that is happening, I of course am still going to be working. I am still going to be visiting friends. I'm going to be exploring the world again because T Money now has a car. And who knows? Also in the process of all of that, I may get a second job or more like a first job for my theater to help benefit me in life, because my main goal why I work at a theater is because that's my second job. I now need a main job so I could have more of a solid income and have money to where I could spend things and not be like, oh man, I just spent a quarter of my paycheck and it was just on 2 items, because that's just how little I make sometimes when I'm working in the theater. And it's like, no, I would like a good fat check again. I miss those solid fat checks I used to get, those good old days. Those good old checks where I'd be like, yes, I can afford these things and not have to stress, because why? I have money coming back once again. And so, yeah, I hopefully will have a job as well. But the thing with that is I want to find a job, either a work at home job, or if I do work like outside in the world, it's got to be something that I'm going to enjoy, because I refuse to just work at somewhere that's going to pay me good just to pay me good. I don't want that. If for right now, while I'm working on my music career, I want to have a job where it's not like I hate it, where I want to go to work and just be like, I'm going to enjoy it, whether my like the environment, like the people are rude. I just want to enjoy where I go, because up until working at Chick-fil-A and my cake store job, I hated those 2 places. Every other job I had before that, I've absolutely loved. I've also learned that I really enjoyed my lab assistant job, like the cleaning I did. So I feel like I kind of want to move. I want to do a cleaning job, but because I feel like I would do really good as a janitor. However, the only thing is, though, I wouldn't want to have to deal with vomit and poop and all of like the gross stuff. I just like vacuuming and cleaning. I could find that very relaxing when I'm not forced or told to do it, when I'm just doing it on my own free will. I have fun. Like the last time, like I got a couple extra hours at work because I helped clean and set up the VIP lounge for a show. And as I was vacuuming and like setting up, I was like, I could really enjoy getting paid to just do this all the time, just coming in to vacuum places or like dust and like, like vacuum and dust and like set places up. I can enjoy getting paid doing that because it was a lot of fun. It was very enjoyable and I got paid to do it. So I was like, maybe I should get a job where I like organizing or cleaning, because that's fun to me. Cleaning and organizing, I enjoy that. And if I were to get paid to do that, well, I think that sounds like my kind of job. I also, though, of course, want to be a mailman too. So I guess I could try to apply to be the mailman, but then I gotta study because I gotta take a test And that's a whole nother deal. But I of course do want to be a mailman, so I guess I could work on that as well. Put that into my planner. By the way, I want to just sidetrack and talk about this planner really quick because it's been over a month since I've gotten this planner, and this planner has kind of it's not kind of improve. It's slowly improving my life. I must say that. Being able to write down the things I have to do throughout the week and actually doing them makes me feel pretty good. And it also helps keep me on top of everything that I need to do, because I used to forget and get stressed out about all the things I had to do during the week. I would stress out, or I would try to plan the week out in my head. And now that I'm writing it down and seeing the week in front of me, it's so much easier. And it sucks on the days when I don't get to scratch out everything, because it's either I ran out of time, things didn't go the way they planned, or it's just the thing just got canceled in general. And so I do hate to see the days where I don't mark everything, but I love to see that lately these past 2 weeks, actually this past week, I have actually marked down everything that I had planned for the week, and that was really nice to see. And if I know I'm going to be able to do the same thing with this week as well, I'm going to cross off everything off my list, because as I write in my planner, I kind of learn what works for me as I go with it. So I'm learning that I have to write the main important things that I have to, like the main stuff is the only stuff that gets put in my planner. But I also have to put it in a certain order, because I've learned the order I put it in my planner is the order it has to go in my day. And sometimes it just can't work that way, but my brain is like, no, it has to. And it's like, I know it can't, because I have to literally, like the time, it just doesn't work. So it stresses me out. So I've learned that when I'm writing in my planner, the things I have to do for the week, I have to put it in an order that works. And even if something were to go off, it's not like I'm crossing off the last thing versus the first thing. It's like the things are at least close enough to where if times and things got adjusted, my brain wouldn't stress out. And so that has improved a lot, because now I am seeing myself scratch off things more. And of course, just sticking to the most important stuff has also helped, because I've learned that if I try to write every single little thing, that's just too much for me. But if I write the big stuff, and as I do the big stuff, then the little things come back to my memory, and I take care of that stuff while I'm doing the big themed stuff. I've learned that has helped me a lot as well. So it's like when I'm making TikTok, I put film TikToks. I know I'm like, oh, is it Now or Never or T-Money TikToks? No, it's just whoever I'm in the mood for that day, that's who gets the TikToks made, that I don't want to put film T-Money TikToks, film Now or Never TikToks, because then that traps me in a position where I'm now forced to be creative for that one content that day. And some days it's like, no, I'm not creative for that day. I want the other profile, but I can't, because what I wrote is now that. And so that's why I'm like, I have to make everything kind of a big topic, like the big umbrella, and then everything that just kind of comes dripping down after the rain falls. That's how I've learned the planner works for me, and I like it. I am enjoying it. I get to stay more on top of the things, and also when I look back and see the things I didn't get to do, I then remember, oh my gosh, I have to do this. I forgot to do this, and then I get to add it back in, and then I get to check it off my list. So that's another thing, because I know when I used to forget things that I had to do before my planner, if I didn't do what I had to do and I completely forgot about it, I would probably not remember it for a few months. But now with my planner, if I write something down that I need to do and I don't get it done, I could look back and be like, oh my gosh, 2 weeks ago, I needed to get this done. Let's not make it 3 months from now. It's 2 weeks, and so I get it done that week. And so that's what I really like about this planner. But yes, that is done about my planner. I'm probably going to make a short little YouTube video for Now or Never on using a planner as well, because it's kind of slowly changing my life. I feel like I've always been told I should try a planner, but I never did. And I think now I might become a planner person for the futures to come, because it's honestly changing my life. It's helping me keep structure, and because I've learned I need structure in my life. I think that's why I have so many things scheduled like in a certain ways, because with the podcast, I know Mondays, Tuesdays, that's podcast days. And then it's like Fridays, Saturdays, that's usually work days. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Sundays, those days I get to do whatever work I gotta do. I like structure in my life. Without structure, I do not thrive. I need structure. I need a little discipline. I need a little fun in there as well. And I feel like this planner is helping me get exactly to where I need to be. So I'm excited. I am excited to finish out the year of 2023, because I didn't begin it the very first year, the very beginning of 2023. It was more in like the middle, or no, like the beginning, middle of January that I started this planner. I mean, I know I could just open it up and see the exact date I started it, but I won't. But yeah, so it's improved my life since I've started, and I'm excited to see where it goes. But that's all I have to say about my planner. I am getting a little bit tired, but that's okay, because this podcast episode is almost done. But before we end this season 3 of Tea Money Talks, I just want to say that I want to thank you for listening to Tea Money Talks every week, every Wednesday. I want to thank you for joining me, for listening in, for spending time listening to the things that I have to say. I just want to thank you very much, because it means a lot that I have people listening. Because if you didn't listen, I don't know if there would be a season 4. Like, honestly, because I have listeners coming back, that's the only reason why I'm like, yeah, okay, let's do a season 4. Even though a little bit of part of me, a little tiny part of me is like, what if we didn't do a season 4 and just like hiatus season 3? Is Tea Money Talks donezo? Dun dun dun. We don't know, but just kidding. We of course we know, because I have listeners, because you guys, because you tune in every season, every week. Tea Money Talks comes back once again. If I had no one, I probably honestly would end Tea Money Talks here at season 3. I honestly did not see Tea Money Talks progressing past a season 3, but I have listeners, and I must give the people what they want. And also, I've learned to just really enjoy talking about my week, about topics, about things once a week for like 5-6 months, however long the seasons are. I enjoy it very much, and I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, I just want to thank you guys all again for listening, for tuning in. It means a lot to me. It's very appreciative. I enjoy it very much, and I hope you enjoy Tea Money Talks as well. I hope every week I entertain you. I hope when you give me your time, when you give me 30 minutes or less of your time, I hope I fill it with some type of joy, or I fill your day in some kind of way. I want to just thank you for allowing me to be a part of your day in some kind of way. It means a lot. Yes, yes, yes. And that is where I will end that. Otherwise, I will just be rambling in circles. But we don't want to do that on this season finale. I do hope you guys enjoyed the pre-season finale. I was so excited to have Jer on the podcast. He has officially been gone for a week now. Yeah, a week since the last episode. He's been gone for about a week now, and it's been quiet since he's been gone, since he's been moved out, but I've been enjoying the quiet. I cannot lie. I feel like I've been getting my work done a lot quicker, and I don't say that in a mean way or anything. It's just without having my friend here, I just don't have a distraction, so I just get through my things, and then I have the whole day left ahead of me, and it's kind of wild, but it's a lot of fun, because I like that, because if I could get my things all done before 1, 2 o'clock, then I have the rest of the day. I could go outside and skate again. I could go do things and not stress out like, oh, I have to get my work done. But no, because my work is already done. And yeah, so I can't wait to get back on top of all my things again. I can't wait to film more YouTube videos. Oh, and before I sign off, I am very excited to say this is another spoiler alert and a T-Money exclusive. My pedal board is finally complete. I have all 5 of my pedals that I need to put on my skateboard. I've decided not to put my loop machine on my pedal board only because I don't think that's something that should be velcroed onto my skateboard, plus it just doesn't have the room. And I did buy a cable long enough to where I could just put the loop pedal right in front or next to my pedal board and it would all stay connected very nicely, so it doesn't matter nonetheless. But thanks to my girlfriend, she bought me the blues pedal, not the $100 blues pedal that I wanted for Christmas, but she did buy me a blues pedal that I found. I have not gotten to try it yet, unfortunately, because it's been a busy week and it's going to be another busy week because I have work tomorrow, Wednesday, Friday. Oh, joy, oh, joy. But I have plans already on Saturday as well. So yeah, it's going to be an intense week. But so I haven't gotten to try the blues pedal yet, but from the demos and the reviews, I know I'm going to love it. So I'm hoping on Thursday I will have the chance to test out this pedal. But I know on Wednesday I'm trying to Velcro and put everything onto this board officially. However, I am one flat ribbon cable short of connecting all my pedals together. And because I don't have that one cable, I can't officially mark where all the pedals should go because that without that one cable connecting all of them, I don't want to just mark and be like, yeah, I think that's where it should go, and then Velcro everything, and then it's like, no, it should have been just slightly to the left or slightly to the right, so I want to make sure it's exactly perfect and straight. Otherwise, I'm just going to stress out the entire time if it's any other way, and I hate it, but that's just the way my brain works. So I am excited, and I am hoping, because I bought the one cable I need from Guitar Center. I ordered it online. I got it shipped to the store. It said it was shipped and it's on the way. I am hoping it gets here by Wednesday, because if it gets here by Wednesday, then I will be able to make that YouTube video. I will be able to make my full pedal board and I will be able to test it out that day as well. But I would, of course, edit that YouTube video. But if it doesn't happen, then I'm going to have to do all of that on Thursday. And I hope I don't have to do that, because that's going to be... Actually, no. If I've decided if the cable doesn't come in, then I'm just going to record the planner video and have that be Now or Never's video for Friday. It'll be a kind of short video, and I don't know how well it would do because I'm talking about a planner, not my music. But I think nonetheless, I am trying to branch out Now or Never's YouTube channel to more than just music, so you all are encouraged to kind of get more interested and more invested in becoming an Now or Never fan. So I'm going to definitely do the planner video, although a little part of me is kind of like, don't do it. Don't make the planner video. You don't know if it's gonna do well. It probably won't, because you're talking about a planner and you're a musician talking about a planner, but it's okay because I'm doing it anyways. But yeah, that's how my week is going to go, because I'll do that on Wednesday if I don't have my patch cable, and then if my cable does arrive on Thursday, then I would film and build my pedal board on Friday before work. I wouldn't have to edit the video either. I would just have it ready to go for the following week, and then the following week I could film another video and edit the pedal board video, and then probably the other video as well. But we shall see. But that's the plan, is to just kind of be on top of things, because I was really good at it in January. In January, I was like, boom, boom, boom. I was working, I was zooming. But I know that's going to be me again in March, because I'm finally getting that mojo back now that T-Money Talks is about to end. I'm finally going to have time once again to do everything that I need to. So it's a bit bittersweet because with the end of the season means I get to work more harder, but you guys also get a break from Team Money and you get your 30 minutes back as well. Although I'm sure you do stuff as well while you listen to it. I hope you do anyways. I hope you don't just sit there and listen to Team Money Talks. Well, if you do, thank you for doing that. But I do hope while you listen to a podcast, you're at least doing something, you know? That's my wish anyways. I hope you're, unless it's like a relaxing podcast episode, I hope you're doing something as well. But anyways, thank you all for an amazing season 3 of Team Money Talks. This has been a lot of fun. Get ready because Team Money Talks will either come back in August or September. Follow Team Money T_Money's treasure trove on TikTok, Instagram, or T_Money Talks on Twitter to keep up to date with Team Money Talks, the podcast, because there is where on my social media platforms is when I will announce when Team Money Talks will be returning. So you will want to follow on the socials so you don't miss out when Team Money Talks comes back, because it will either come back in the beginning of August or the beginning of September. One of the two, I do not know yet. We shall see. But I had a lot of fun and I hope you did too. Thank you. And I hope you return again for season 4. Before I go, I just want you all to know you are loved, you are beautiful, you are cared for, you are adored, and you are great because you listen to Team Money Talks. All right, guys, until next season, this is Team Money saying live your life because you are the only one who gets it. All right, bye.